Okay. Ah. Ooh. 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 That was fucking tough. Ooh. Come on. All right, so it's the next day now. I did record a clip yesterday summarizing the session, but the video quality was poor, so I'm doing it today, just before I go in to do chest. So I'm going to record both summaries for back and chest now. So back. So fundamentally, you want to make sure that you train your lats. You want to make sure that you train your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back. So in order, obviously I started with lats, then I moved on to lower back, then I did upper back, and then I finished with mid back. That wasn't my entire session, but as far as the basic fundamentals of training your back for a complete back, a balanced back, you want to make sure that you are targeting those 4 key areas. When you move into more intermediate, advanced training, you add a little bit more niche to the training. You add a little bit more accuracy to very specific angles and very specific parts of the back. So yes, lats are lats, but you can also add Terry's group movements, which I do, but again I didn't show in this video. Terry's group movements to help again accentuate your lats, but we're going to keep it simple. This is about the fundamentals and the foundational understanding of how to create a balanced and complete back. This is not this is supposed to be easily understood, is my point. Any more sort of advanced analysis of how to train your back, I am a coach, so you can reach out to me directly, and I will obviously support you and help you in your training and how to develop a above average back, and even develop on a above average back to push it to that next level of an elite back. So let me know. I didn't include traps today. Now there's a bit of a crossover in my split, which is why, because I do traps on chest day, and the reason I do traps on chest day is because it's an area that I would like to improve, and I can't put everything first. Lats are also something I want to improve, so that's why lats are first in my session, because I'm fresh and they're not such a heavy duty movement that I can't start with them and get great output. So yeah, all things considered, I think that works better for me personally. But let's talk about traps as well. Let's talk about traps today as well. So when I say build a good back, and I'm talking to beginners, I'm not talking about competitive bodybuilders, I'm not talking about elite weightlifters, powerlifters, strongmen. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you want to be on the beach, you want to wear slim fit clothing that shows off your physique. You just want to look good for your partner or whatever. Yeah. When we're talking about building a good back, the silhouette of your back is more important than the density and depth of the muscle in your back. Again, specifically for just everyday people who are not in any sort of competition. You exercise because you like to stay fit, you want to look good for day-to-day activities, and that's all. The depth of your muscle is secondary to the silhouette, in my opinion. I just think you're going to be in clothes more often than not. When you're on holiday, obviously people are going to see you, but day to day you're going to be in clothes more often than not. So if you have a very thick, dense back, depending on what clothing you're wearing, you can't tell, people can't see that. Whereas if you're wearing a slim fit t-shirt and you have very prominent traps and you have very prominent lats, you will again, great lats, I say again, great lats, great Terry's group. The wider that is, the slimmer your waist looks. So immediately you've you've improved the silhouette of your physique just by doing, again, the 4 fundamental movements that I've shown in this video. And by the movements, I mean the muscle groups, let's say. Sorry, that's a better way of putting it, because you don't have to do the exercises I've chosen to do. You don't have to do that. There's a lot of machine assisted movements that you can do and still grow a very respectable back. Now, like I say, when we move into advanced to expert level lifters who are competitive and all the rest of it, my advice would be very different. But for the sake of beginner to intermediate level lifters, which is who predominantly watches these videos, I believe, that's key. The silhouette of your physique is key, because like I say, when people see you, when people look at you in clothes, out of clothes, whatever, most of the time it's the shape, your body shape, your physical shape that people see before anything else. Secondarily to that, like I say, people will then analyze the depth and density of your muscle. But when you've got a little bit more body fat on you anyway, you've got a 6-pack and whatever, you look great, whatever the case may be, but you're carrying a little bit more body fat than a competitive bodybuilder is going to on average. The density and depth of your muscle is not as apparent anyway. It becomes significantly more apparent the leaner you get to those extreme levels of conditioning. So this is why I'm giving the advice I'm giving. I just want to be clear on that, because there are going to be people saying, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. What do you mean density matters? Density, of course, matters for specific, very niche circumstances. Like I say, density, aesthetically speaking, the density of the muscle is necessary for bodybuilding. It's not really necessary for anything else. Even a strongman, as a strongman or bodybuilder or powerlifter, the density of your muscle aesthetically means absolutely nothing. The density of your muscle typically means that you have a stronger muscle. The denser the muscle is, the stronger the muscle typically is. So muscle density is a good indicator of strength also. So for strongmen and stuff, that's what they care about. But aesthetically, they don't care. Like, who cares? Other than bodybuilders, no one else cares. So yeah, that's my advice. The fundamentals of back training for beginners to intermediate will be think about your silhouette. And the best way to accentuate your silhouette will be traps and lats. Like I say, secondarily to that, you then want to think about the density of your back muscles and make sure that you're building a big, strong back, which will just make things significantly easier. I'm not going to talk about the health benefits necessarily of having a big, strong back, but just to touch on it very, very, very quickly, I'm not going to go in depth about it, but just like core strength, your lower back, having a strong lower back, just like having a strong core, helps with your posture. It helps with your execution on a lot of exercises. It helps you with a lot of day-to-day things as well. Just day-to-day tasks like going shopping and picking up a load of grocery bags and picking up your child repeatedly all day, every day, your infant, or manual handling at work. Having a strong core and having a strong lower back in tandem, you're gonna be better off for that. So there are massive benefits to training your lower back. I think it goes amiss a lot of the time because the movements to target your lower back are quite difficult. A lot of it is free weight driven. It isn't machine driven a lot of the time. I have used lower back machines in the past, but they're also not the easiest things to get hold of in most gyms, and they're not the easiest things to get on with without asking for help. If you're an experienced lifter like me, you'll figure it out. If you're not and you're a beginner to intermediate, sometimes you look at it and you're like, what is this contraption? I have no idea what this is supposed to do. So, and some people are a bit nervous, or they just aren't social and they don't want to have to ask for help, so they just avoid it, which again, I respect all of those things. At the end of the day, we're all our own people, we have our own preferences. So I think a lot of people avoid it, training lower back, just because it isn't as accessible as some other things. But yeah, it's important that you do it. For daily functionality, it's good that you do it. And secondarily, like I say, to grow a complete back, aesthetically speaking, if I see a guy on the beach and somebody points out, oh yeah, he's got really good back, and I look at their back and I see a very heavily developed upper back, very heavily developed lats, but the lower back is missing, versus somebody with a heavily developed lower back, an average upper back, and good lats, to my eye, the guy with the more prominent lower back and an average upper back has a more complete back to my eye than the person who has no lower erectors but a very heavily developed upper back. It just, to the eye, it's more imposing to have a good lower back and an average upper back than a very prominent upper back and a very average lower back. I just don't think it flows as well. I think it flows better, and it just, like I said, it looks more imposing when you have that dominant lower back. Anyway, I don't want to continue waffling. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, the next video is likely to be chest. I'm going to record it today, depending on how busy the gym is. It doesn't seem that busy in the car park right now, so yeah, the goal is to record chest next. We've done legs. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch that. Obviously this is the back video, which is great. And then yeah, chest next. Either arms or shoulders will be after chest, but I'll decide depending on when I record those. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please turn on your post notifications so that when I post, the notification bell, so that when I post, you guys are up to date as soon as I post. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time.